Boy, Nintendo just had their summer directs. Now, I'm going to be honest and say that this is the best Nintendo Direct I did not watch live, hands down. Holy shit, there's a lot to talk about. Hello everyone, my name is TevhoBend, welcoming you to a thoughts and recaps video on the June 2024, what would be Nintendo's E3 Nintendo Direct. And as I said a few seconds ago, there is a lot to talk about. I stated this in my February 2024 Nintendo Direct video. I want to watch Nintendo succeed. I said it even in my February 2021 video. Nintendo, even though I don't like the Switch, I do want to watch them succeed. And this final year of the Switch going into next year are easily, without question, going to be the best year for the Nintendo Switch. Given everything that's lined up, it's going to be the greatest final years for any Nintendo console ever. Like, I was around during the 3DS's final years. That was miserable. Wasn't around for any other Nintendo consoles final years, at least kept up with them. And this blows the 3DS out of the water. Because what did the 3DS have its last few years? Like, Atlas games. That's about it. The Switch, we got a new fucking Zelda game. There's your spoilers. But like I said a few times already, there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to be repeating myself a lot in this video. So, are we getting into this? Getting into this? Let's get into this. Nintendo started off Go Big or Go Home by announcing a brand new Mario and Luigi game. A brand new Mario RPG. Which is exciting because they just remastered Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, which a ton of people were excited for. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Mario RPGs. I think they're all very boring. I don't find the characters anywhere near as interesting as Mario fans do. But that's just my personal take. What isn't a personal take is just how exciting this is for Mario and Luigi fans, because we are getting what are considered classic Mario RPGs. Apparently Mario went into a dark era. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I didn't even know Mario had a fan base. But according to a fellow friend of mine, some Wee Fox, who just occasionally appears in these Nintendo videos, Mario did have a dark age, and it started with the Wii U and just ended a few years ago. So to have good Mario RPGs, a potential amazing brand new Mario RPG right after a remaster of The Thousand Year Door, obviously very exciting. I just say play Bug Fables because it's going to be a better game overall. It's just my take. I don't really like Mario's cast of characters, I'm sorry. But this is definitely going to be one I'm going to keep my eye on because it could be a good game. I might enjoy it. And if I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. I just don't plan on picking it up day one because, first of all, I don't have a Switch anymore. Sniffle. Second off, I'm just not absurdly interested in it. But definitely a good thing. And after that, they hit us with an announcement for a Nintendo World Championship NES Edition compilation. Now, I'm still really confused what this is, but someone in the comments can definitely explain to me. I think this is based off the Nintendo Entertainment System challenge cards that had those challenge runs that are like $20,000 to game collectors who can't touch boobies, but that's just what I think. I don't know. I could be very wrong. If that's what it is, that's cool. I see that there's an actual speedrun counter in the corner, which is really funny. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. Besides, I'm gonna watch its launch, and hopefully it ends up being a good game. Hopefully it ends up being better than Nintendo Remix, because I remember getting the 3DS game and being very disappointed. It's the first ever game I bought with my own money. Really sad. What isn't sad is a brand new game from the creator of Final Fantasy. Now, that's just really exciting. There's nothing more to say about that besides that's exciting. I'm very confused what this game is, but it's created by the Final Fantasy creator, so I'm just excited. I love Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16 was my game of the year last year. I think Final Fantasy 1's amazing too. 6, 7 remake, all great. So I'm excited for this one. Definitely one I'm going to keep my eye out on. And then a brand new announcement for an update to Nintendo Switch Sports. They're adding basketball. Why? Like, I'm sorry, but Nintendo Switch Sports died the week it came out. I don't really know what to say besides it's dead. Like, did you guys know Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a good game now? Yeah, they updated it and made it a good game. Same with the fucking Mario Golf game. Hell, they made Super Mario Party a game that you can play online with friends, which made it an even better game. I mean, it wasn't a good game to begin with. It still really isn't, but it's a fun game to play with friends. That was my chair that creaks. But all of these updates are pointless given the fact that all of these games died the week they came out. Like, this is the final real, like, rant I'm going to have on the Switch probably. Hopefully it is. But all of these pointless updates, these games that were terrible when they came out, they ended up getting great support. Like, Nintendo's actually got to get a better release schedule for their games. Like, their release schedules make Call of Duty games look actually good. It's crazy how, like, little they can actually plan out ahead of time, and how quickly they cut off support, or how, like, long it takes them to make a game good. They need a schedule like what they had for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But, I guess that was all Sakurai's vision, because the Kirby games always got great updates, but they were also good when they came out, so, I don't know. I just really wasn't a fan of the fact Nintendo is still, in this generation, adding updates to games that make games better, but well after they died. It's just annoying. That's the best way to put it. It's annoying. And why don't they update a game like Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey? Give those updates, because I feel like more people are going to go out and rebuy those games than they are ready to put Nintendo Switch Sports back into their system just for a game that they aren't going to be interested in. Well, if you add an updates like Breath of the Wild, or hell, maybe Skyward Sword HD, just throw something in a game that people will actually go out and buy so that they can experience the game plus its update. Like, imagine if they announced Mario Odyssey, like, free DLC, or like even $5 DLC this late into the Switch's life. That'd be cool. But instead we got basketball and Nintendo Switch Sports, which, I don't know, a Nintendo confusion. They also announced Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which is absurdly exciting. I played Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, and it's a good game. That was a voice crack, but it was a good game. It was absurdly difficult, like, holy shit. I'm not sure if it was because I was 15 when I played the game, or if it's actually difficult, but that game, that required a lot from the actual player to actually get through. Very difficult platformer, very rewarding platformer, but very difficult one. And to port it to Switch means that you have every single Rareware Donkey Kong game on Switch, as well as every single Retro Studios Donkey Kong game, which is just cool. Now, I know Nintendo's going to charge like $50 fucking for the remaster, potentially 60, maybe even 70 because they feel like it. I'll just have a card linked on screen where you can go listen to me rant in the first video, because I don't want to rant in this one. Like, I don't really feel like ranting about something I talk about literally every single time I talk about Nintendo remasters, but I don't know. It's exciting, and hopefully 5 years from now it won't cost $60, but instead like 16, like the 3DS game. But the 3DS game also came out at 40. And same with the Wii game, so fuck me, I guess. But actually don't fuck me, because they announced a remaster of Dragon Quest III, a sort of remake of Dragon Quest III and Dragon Quest 1 and 2, and that's better than sex in my opinion. It's being made in the style of the Bravely Default games, which really fits the Dragon Quest aesthetic. I don't really know how to describe it, it just fits the Dragon Quest aesthetic. It fits Akira Toriyama's aesthetic. Which, I'm going to say this right here, I'm worried about Dragon Quest 12 because of Akira Toriyama's passing. I mean, if the game got canceled, I understand completely. It's just one of those things where, God bless his soul, his art style is completely irreplaceable, and, you know, I don't think Dragon Quest will ever be the same without him. But, I don't know. This game does have his signature aesthetic, plus when you mix it with that 2D, 3D art style that the Bravely Default and Triangular Strategy game had, I don't know. If this was the last project for Dragon Quest he gave like all into, then I'd say that's an amazing way to go out. I'm just gonna kind of use this moment to say, God bless your soul, Akira Toriyama, for all the memories you've created in not just my childhood, but in the childhood of millions. I'll be picking up this game in your honor, sir. So, day one pickup. Now, a lower key game that's actually got me interested is Funko Pop Adventures. I don't even know if that's the name of the game. Sorry, Funko Fusion. It looks like a Lego game, but you get to play as Freddy Fazbear, Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim, the kid from Back to the Future, and a Jurassic Park dinosaur. That goes nuclear. Day one pickup. There was also an update for Nintendo Switch Online, which, you know, is still overpriced, but I don't know. Nintendo Switch Online is starting to grow on me. I'll never pay for the $50 subscription. $20 is still too much, but they announced Turok Dinosaur Hunter, Metroid Zero Mission, as well as Perfect Dark, which are all great Oh wait, they announced something. Excuse me! I'm saying this in 100% sincerity. If I had a Nintendo Switch, I would genuinely, honest to God, buy Nintendo Switch Online just to experience Four Swords with a bunch of people. That would be really fun. Plus, you could take clips with the Nintendo Switch. Greatest announcement in this entire Direct. I'm not even joking. Mario Party game. Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, I've already stated this. I didn't really like Super Mario Party. I liked it in concept, but the boards, the mini games, they were too fucking basic. Like, nothing will ever beat Mario Party 3, 6, or 8. Like, those are just the best ones in my opinion. But Super Mario Party had probably my favorite gimmick in the entire series, being the character you played got an extra dice that did extra abilities. I personally played Peach. Mostly because Peach is my favorite Mario character. Well, it's actually Toadette, but Toadette's not really in any games anymore. But Peach is my second favorite, and, you know, even though I don't remember what her die did, she was Peach, and I liked her for that. They all had different effects, such as Mario's, which allow you to roll 2 dice, and I think Luigi, there was like a chance to roll 3 1s or 3 6s. It was weird. But no, I think that if they take that concept and put it on boards, like, hell, even take a Mario Party like 4, 5, 7 maybe. It's not going to be on the quality of 3, 6, or 8, but just any of the older Mario Party games by Hudson Soft, and, you know, there could be something special here. Nintendo could cook. And if they have online play from launch and it's actually stable, you know what? Maybe this will be a day one pickup when I pick up the next Nintendo console. Maybe. But as for right now, I'm going to keep an eye on it. Definitely interested. After that, I get really confused on how I should transition between game and game, so I say after that a lot. But after that, they announced a brand new Legend of Zelda game. A brand new 2D Legend of Zelda game. Furthermore, Echoes of Wisdom, the brand new Legend of Zelda game, will be the first mainline game where you get to play as Zelda, which is absurdly cool. Depending on what Legend of Zelda game you play, Zelda has such a great, like, appearance in it. I personally like her Ocarina of Time and her Twilight Princess appearance the most. I think her is chic, as well as just her as the Princess of Hyrule in Twilight Princess are her best appearances. But she hasn't had a single bad appearance. Even when she's just a damsel in distress, she's had really good, like, roles in her games, which is very cool. And now that she's a protagonist, I want to see what the game can do with her. Also, something worth noting is a lot of people are very upset by the graphics, which, all I'm going to say, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. We had this exact same argument, game ended up being amazing, and then they ended up making Twilight Princess instead of a Wind Waker sequel. So, if this game ends up being great and we get cucked out of it because you guys are bitching about graphics, then I'm gonna go cry. And you don't want to see Tevo cry. I get really angry when I cry. Start throwing furniture, or I don't fucking know, there's a joke here and I forgot it. Another really cool announcement that came immediately after this is they're bringing some PlayStation games to Nintendo Switch, those being specifically the new LEGO Horizon Zero Dawn game, which is coming out soon, as well as Stray. Stray, much like Cuphead and Hi-Fi Rush, just seemed like games that fit the Switch's console more, like being able to pick it up and then put it down whenever you want, as well as putting it on your TV. Those games just fit those styles of play, and for Sony to be so open to actually start, like, releasing their exclusives on other consoles, I mean, shit, I don't think Nintendo should ever do that, but if every other console manufacturer could do that, that'd be perfect. Now, I understand it's probably hypocritical to say Nintendo, but the reality is if Nintendo were to do that, they'd stop being a console manufacturer. Look at Sega. It was never about their actual hardware, it was always about their IPs. So, as shitty as it is to say that I just want Microsoft and Sony games on other consoles, I just want Microsoft and Sony games on other consoles, especially ones that would work well on Switch. So, good job, Sony, for not being anti-consumer for the first time in God knows how fucking long. Another one I'm really excited for, especially because it's coming out to PlayStation, is the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I've only played the first game in Ace Attorney, and I assume it's like Danganronpa, where the game series picks up after the second game. But, I don't know, I really liked what I played, it just seemed a little bit too rudimentary for my liking. But these are some fan-favorite Ace Attorney games. Furthermore, these are the first time both of these games are coming out in North America. At least that's what I read. I'm not sure how true that is. But no, if that's true, then that's really cool. And while I would rather have a collection of the 3DS games, given you can no longer purchase them in North America, I don't know. I think that this is really cool, and it's definitely a day one pickup on PlayStation. I just need to actually not get screwed over by PlayAsia not shipping fucking the Ace Attorney trilogy for a third time. They've done that twice. Like, I'm not knocking PlayAsia. Stuff gets lost in the mail all the time. I also just feel like I'm being a hassle if I don't report something like missing. So it's not their fault. It's primarily mine for not reporting it missing, but I don't know, that's still really annoying, and it kind of bums me out. What doesn't bum me out is something I didn't actually remember until I was scrolling through this video, so I'm throwing this in post. There's a Nintendo Switch Lite announced for the new Zelda game. I'm gonna pick this up. It's a really pretty system. It's got the Zelda insignia on it, and since I don't ever take my Switch in public and just my Vita, this is gonna be a day one pickup, you bros. This is gonna be the first console I buy myself brand new. Let's go. And to end off the Switch, and you know what? Kind of end off the Nintendo Switch's Lite, they finally announced that after announcing it 7 years ago, over 7 years ago, we finally got our first snippet of gameplay for the up-and-coming Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. I'm going to be honest. I don't like Metroid Dread. I like Super Metroid. I like Metroid Zero Mission. Don't like Metroid Dread. I don't even like the Prime games. I don't even own a Switch. Day one pickup. This is one of the first games I've pre-ordered in years, simply because of the excitement for this game. I used to shit on the Switch for being a sort of fashion statement, which I do believe is still correct. However, it was also an experience you just had to go through when it came out. I remember when the Mega Man Legacy Collection came out. I also remember when Doom and Wolfenstein 2 got ported to Switch. I remember all of these moments early in the Nintendo Switch life, and then it was just kind of hazed, because I stopped caring after Smash Ultimate's DLC. And, you know, Metroid Prime 4 feels like the culmination of everything the Switch is. It's all the negative experiences of not being able to experience everything Nintendo has to offer in their other generations, while also being the pinnacle of most of their series. Yes, Pokemon struggled on the system. Hell, a lot of their best franchises struggled. But Metroid, it received like a level of attention that it had never received before, and the fact that Metroid Prime 4 was so delayed is part of that reason. So I'd be stupid not to pick it up, you know? It's one of those things where I'm more excited for the mere fact it exists than the actual game. And you know what? I think the Switch might have been just like the most slow-burning Nintendo console. Maybe the most slow-burning console for me, because after this Direct, it all made sense. All of the negatives and positives to the Switch made the memories of the Switch, you know? Like, it feels overwhelming thinking about the Switch's entire life and how this year, leading into next year, are going to be the final year of the Nintendo Switch. It's crazy to think that this console came out when I was a 9th grader. And, you know, at the age of 23, 24 potentially, the next Switch console is going to come out. And it's going to be a pickup. I don't really know what to say besides this Nintendo Direct, top 3 Nintendo Directs of all time. All of the exciting announcements, the brand new games, the amazing remasters, the great third-party support, all of it, that's the reason people like the Switch. And even though there has been some stumbling with it, especially with games like Pokemon and Zelda, which are my favorite Nintendo series, because I'm going to be honest, I want a more traditional 3D Zelda, it's all okay. Because, you know, the Switch did it. The Switch actually entered the realm of being a fantastic, like, near perfect console to me. It just took 7 years after launch. But that's just my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion on the Nintendo Direct for June 2024. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not enjoy it? Are you excited for the Switch's final year? Are you not excited? Are you here to leave a dislike? Whatever you're here for. My name's TevhoBend. Why don't you like, comment, no one can favorite, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care, everyone. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.